Hi friends, it's Em and welcome back to another video. Today I am setting up a really fun, colorful, fruity spread in my Hemlock and Oak planner for June. And let's dive into it. The markers I'm using are from Moxie Life, and the stickers I'm using are from Letters to Apollo, and the letter stickers are from Archer and Olive. I don't know if these ones still exist. Honestly, it would be really sad if they leave. But there are other versions of this type of sticker at Letters to Apollo, so that's fun. But let's dive into it. This is going to be a month full of travel and hopefully fun. And I'm ready. I'm so ready for summer. I love summer. So in work and learning, that area of life, one of my big goals is to catch up on my work projects. This, has to do with my day job, but it does also have to do a little bit with my, crafting, playing with sort of stuff as well. I also recently found this art style guide from Jenna Blackburn, and I want to sort of figure out, what my art style is. I think it'll be really helpful for lettering and just like spreads and things like that. So I want to do that. I think it'll be really fun. I also want to post 5 YouTube videos in June, which might be difficult, seeing how much I'm traveling. So it's really gonna be sort of like a prep-tacular in early May in order to make that happen. And it's okay. It's okay if not all the goals happen. For fun and recreation, I want to pick the month that we're gonna go for our Dollywood trip. I have no idea, sort of like when the best time to go is. I'm going to talk to some experts, aka my friends who have gone before. We're also hopefully going to go swimming and play It Takes Two, not while swimming. And then Squid Games Season 3 comes out in June, as well as The Bear Season 4. So we're going to watch those and get incredibly depressed. Then in personal, I want to decide on my cake flavor and design for my birthday cake. I know I'm like being really intense about this, but it's just like I can't explain why I'm anxious about it, and it's just my life. I also want to make progress on my current embroidery project. It's been really intimidating for me because the instructions on this particular kit are not very instructive. So I haven't wanted to work on it. It's also very large, and it's it feels like there are a lot of barriers to entry with it. And then finally, I want to help with the Good Girl Books setup because they're opening at some point in June, and I'm hopefully going to get to help organize things and put shelf books, the sort of things that I really like. In financial, I want to get a quote for landscaping because our backyard is just so non-functional and we want it to be functional. So we need to figure out what we want and how much it would cost so that we can save up money for that. Whether or not that actually, occurs, I don't know. But I did set up mowers to come, and that will help so much. Because I don't know why our grass grows so freaking fast. It's just, I don't know. It's like radioactive grass or something. And then I'm going to set up a meeting with my bookkeeper for my LLC and sort of see where things are heading with that. And sadly, the goal of June is to do a crafting no spend. I'm not excited about that, but and it's okay. I will survive. Anything, I'll just make a list of the things that I want, and if I still want them at the end of the month, then I'll buy them. In the personal development or spiritual section, I want to go for another hike. I love going hiking and being in nature, and it really makes my head feel clear. So that's sort of why that's under this area of life. And then I want to work through, I got this quarterly toolkit from Moxie Life, and it's supposed to be like goal setting for the next quarter. And I want to work through that and sort of see where things are going and how I'm feeling. And also, I'm going to be traveling a lot, so I want to reschedule the therapy sessions that I will be missing because of travel. And, I also found out that my therapist is going to be traveling for one of those weeks, so it's like, maybe that won't happen, but that's okay. For wellness, my goals are to start the Crush Your Core 2 program. I have really felt that, core strength helps with my back pain, and I just want to get stronger. I want to be able to hold a plank without shaking immediately. Another goal is to try a new Peloton class format. So they just dropped a number of resistance bands classes and different types of Pilates classes. They have a Pilates Power now or something. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should try that. So that's just on the list. And then go for a run. Just a run. It could be a 2-second run, but I want to go for it. And that is it. That is the goal. For relationships, I want to reschedule. We're going to go to a brewery with my friend Katie, who's probably listening to this video. But a whole bunch of things compounded and we couldn't. And so I want to reschedule that for this month, hopefully, and then go on a little brunch date. I've been vague about who it's with because I don't know who it will be with, but I do want to get brunch. And then in terms of physical environment, I want to fix the toilet paper holders in my house because they are janky as hell and it annoys me. I use them and look at them every single day, and I want them to not be diagonal anymore. And then also I have a bunch of books that I want to offload, so I'm going to want to put those in a little free library. So that's a lot of goals, honestly. Arguably maybe too many. So just remember that, I need to remember that I don't have to fill the whole space in that little sidebar. I can just have one goal, and that's okay. And it's okay to have small goals and big goals and medium goals in there as well. Just make sure that they are actually accomplishable. Don't set yourself up for failure. Now, in terms of my June overview, first of all, I make myself laugh every time I look at this spread where it's like, this month is bananas, BANANAS. And so I just, I've been doing a lot of work on myself. And one thing that, in terms of boundaries that we're setting is not seeking validation from others, especially when I'm feeling insecure. It can be very burdensome to myself, just in terms of it's a bad habit, especially if, the person that I go to for validation doesn't give it to me, as well as, a burden on my loved ones could make them feel insecure as well. And so we're not doing that. We're not doing that this month. I'm very excited to not do that. And then the 3 ways this month to carve out a little bit of self-care. So it's going to be exercising, but just with the little caveat here, even while I'm on work travel. That's the key. Because sometimes I just if I'm on work travel, I'm like, I don't know, how am I supposed to do anything? And I'm like, well, you can go for a walk. Right? Easy. Then another little strategy is to make a Celsius, right? So I have the little powders and I can shake it up and then sip it on the porch. Just get out of the house just an eensy bit. Oh God, that sounds so nice. I should go do that right now. And then finally, scheduling in breaks on my work calendar by putting in blocks, because sometimes I will have an entire day of nonstop meetings And it's like, I just can't. By the third meeting, I'm so done. I'm over it. And so just putting in a little break, even if it's just for lunch, so that I can put on my headphones and not have to people. That is the goal. And then in terms of like my intentions for the month, it's definitely going to be work and wellness. And my hope is that, I've been fairly consistent at, exercising multiple times a week, which was huge for me. That was a big change. And it has been keeping my brain in a pretty good place, all things considered. And I just have to remember to start again and again and again, even when I don't want to. Because no one ever got anywhere by just staying still. Unless, I guess, what they wanted to do was stay still, at which point they started staying still. You know what I mean? And also, not setting so many tasks for myself that it feels overwhelming and I can't pick what to do. So, one big thing to start each day. That's it. Or even a small thing, but to start. And then in June, I want to track my depression days and specifically how I'm feeling each day, because I want to see if there's a pattern, whether or not it's, around my period, or if it's like when I had big stressful work days, etc. That's sort of where we're going with that. And it's just going to help sort of me better understand my mental health and my triggers, and if it's the day after huge social events, I'm like, okay, those really drain me. So I need to make sure to, carve out time to, fuel myself mentally afterwards. And that is about it. Let me know what your goals for June are and, how you're going to be keeping yourself accountable. And as always, happy planning.